So what is it? So we've got a situation here, and this is kind of the takeover type of situation, which is I'd say probably is the most common use case for this rollover. So we might have a company. It could be a listed company or a private equity fund, or it could be any company. But you've got a company that's looking to acquire the target, and I mean, you could do this in a couple of ways. It could pay. It could purchase the target company shares from the target shareholders and pay it cash. And if that happens, there'd just be a taxable transaction. There'd be a capital gain, and maybe the target company shareholders could apply the small business CGT concessions. But apart from that, there would be a taxable gain. But what it might like to do, instead of offering cash for those shares, the transaction might be that the acquiring company's got to acquire the shares in the target company, and in consideration, the target shareholders are going to either get shares in the acquiring company, so they swap their shares in the target company for shares in the acquiring company,
Mhm.
or you sometimes see a combination of cash and shares. So target shareholders would get X dollars per share they in target company, but also get X number of shares in acquiring company. So if we look at the sort of arches thing here, we'll just assume this is all shares.
Mhm.
So the acquiring company has acquired the target company. It's bought the shares off the target co-shareholders, and in consideration, it's got the target co-shareholders have received shares in the acquiring company. So we've gone. So ordinarily that would give rise to a taxing event because target co-shareholders have disposed of their shares in the target company, but that in this situation they've got no cash because they haven't received cash; they've received shares. So we have an issue in that how are the target co-shareholders going to pay the tax on this transaction because all they've received is shares. They haven't received any cash. So the script for script rollover is designed to ameliorate that issue by saying, look, we're not gonna tax target co-shareholders at the moment. We're going to give them a rollover for this transaction, and doesn't mean this is tax. It's essentially tax free or it's tax exempt. Yes, there's no tax triggered here, but their cost base that target co shareholders currently have in target co gets moved to their shares they now have in acquiring co. So that gain is essentially deferred for a period of time. When target co shareholders eventually sell their shares in the acquiring company, will trigger a gain at that point based on what their cost base was back in the shares in target company.